Okay, before the video starts, I just want to let you guys know, subscribe to Some Weird Pace Gaming's channel because he's going to be doing a video on that vegan teacher, and trust me, you don't want to miss it. I'll mention his name down in the description.
Exodiac 85X presents Team XC.
The short answer is don't wear animal products. The long answer is it's a little more complicated than that. Maybe you can't afford new shoes, so why throw out perfectly good shoes?
See? That's what I've been trying to tell you. Why waste perfectly good leather shoes? And finally, it's starting to sink into your head. You're starting to finally realize.
On the other hand, we don't want to normalize wearing animal products like fur, feathers, or leather, right? So what do? Well, you can wear them discreetly, and if you are confronted by somebody, you can say, yes, I am wearing these until they wear out.
Wow. Isn't this against what you normally believe in? This is very contradicting compared to what you normally say. Normally you would be like, it's animal product. You can't own it. It belongs to the animals. And even when someone talked about roadkill, you're just like, another animal can eat it. It doesn't belong to us. It's funny how you try to change the scenario when you see it works to your benefit. Oh, there are situations where it's okay. Normally, you would never agree to that. So why is it okay now? Are you hiding something? Is it because you might own some leather that people don't know about? But you did tell them to wear it discreetly. And also, they get to wear it until it wears out? Nice. I'm glad you support animal product.
Like, just be as truthful as you can.
Be truthful just like you, right? And be as truthful as they can? Does that imply there's wiggle room for them not to be truthful?
I still have some items like old belts that actually just today I put in a giant box and I'm going to give away.
Guys, did you hear that hesitation? And also, she just put the belts in a box? Does that mean she's been using them? And if she gives those belts away, she supports animal cruelty by her definition.
But I wasn't sure if I should throw them out or give them away. On the one hand, if we give them away, it might stop somebody from buying a brand new leather belt. On the other hand, I don't really want these things in the cycle, so I know it's not easy. Do what you feel is best in your heart. The most important thing is don't ever buy any new animal products.
Just used animal products, right? Secondhand animal cruelty? That's probably what you would call it, but if you think about it, that goes against your own logic because you're still owning animal products. And if you're getting it secondhand, you're still getting secondhand animal cruelty by your logic.
So you think that religion is an excuse for animal abuse?
Karen, why are you stereotyping people? Just because someone is Jewish doesn't make them religious. That person said they eat pork. And also, why are you still comparing food to animal abuse?
Why are you screaming at me? I'm just here in my living room making TikTok videos. If I was forcing everybody to be vegan, they would all be vegan by now.
Okay, I think you're missing the point here. When people talk about the word force, they're not talking about you physically forcing anyone to go vegan. We know it's impossible for you to force anyone to go vegan. They're talking about you forcing your ideals upon others. And if they don't go vegan, you try to make them feel bad for not being vegan. You try to force your beliefs upon others. Nobody cares to go vegan. I mean, some people do, but I'm just saying, the people that don't want to go vegan don't want to go vegan. And you try to force that idea upon others that veganism is the way to go. It's not the way to go. Everyone can make their own choices and still be happy in life. You don't have to push others into a situation to where it makes them feel uncomfortable. That's all I'm trying to explain. But, I can use the word physically forceful when it comes to veganism. You know why? That's not you guys breaking into farms and trying to steal the animals or release the animals. You mean to tell me that that's not being physically forceful? Even if that's not you doing it, you're still a part of the group that's responsible for it. You're still a part of that group. So you are held accountable for who you support. The fact that people are vandalizing property and they're like releasing domesticated animals. Domesticated! You can't release domesticated animals. You know what though? I guess you are doing more than just forcing your ideals upon others. Because outside of TikTok is a whole nother ball game. You know why? Because aren't you doing petitions outside of TikTok? And aren't you trying to get meat industry shut down outside of TikTok? Tell me that ain't being forceful.
In terms of power and superior, what do you mean by that? No, of course they're not equal in terms of power. Because we have power over them. They don't have power over us.
Okay, at least you're not a peon right now worshipping some godlike animal. And be glad you're not a non-human animal being eaten right now. At least you're not being turned into meat, so at least be happy that you're not the animal, okay? And the only reason why we have power over the animals is because we have knowledge and weapons. So that's fair for us to be able to eat what we want as we please because of our ability to.
But if we're talking about moral worth, or, worthy of moral consideration, then yes, of course we are equal.
No, we're not equal. Since when do you see non-human animals making hospitals or shelters for us like we do for them? We take care of them, we feed them, we bathe them. When do they do those things for us? I'm just saying. I'm not trying to say they have no value at all, but just look at what we do compared to what they do. I'm just saying.
And if you're talking about subjective value, then to me, non-human animals have positive value. Humans have negative value.
What's funny is, you're going to talk bad about humans, and yet you're a human too, buddy. So if we have negative value, then you also have negative value.
All we humans do on this planet is torture, murder, and destroy. All we cause is suffering. We don't help any other species in any way.
Well, I guess we don't need veterinarians then. And I guess animal shelters are out of the question. And I guess we certainly don't need marine biologists, right? I mean, with the way you're thinking, I guess we don't do nothing at all, right? I mean, come on. Look at all these places that are actually doing stuff for the animals. How can you say that we do nothing for them? I like that. You actually included yourself. You said we. So I guess you really don't do anything for the animals, But I think it's pretty ironic also that you're on Minecraft turning animals into leather.
Whereas pretty much every other species on this planet are important to each other. If you remove a wild non-human animal species from this planet, it will negatively impact other species. But if you remove humans, everyone else will benefit from it.
Oh yeah, because they're just so important to one another. They're like, buddy out in the wild and everything. Oh, unless you're talking about meat. Because in that case, they're important to us too when it comes to meat. Without humans, there would be a big unbalance in the world. It would be a dog-eat-dog world for a lot of these animals. And a lot of them would be driven to extinction because only the strong survive. There would be nothing stopping it. See, a lot of endangered animals, we actually protect them. So even though we are eating meat, we are nice enough and kind enough to protect animals that are endangered. Oh, and one more thing. Non-human animals aren't concerned whether a species are going extinct or not. They're just hungry and looking for a good meal. Just keep that in mind.
This is an amazing comment because it shows me that you are reading the word vegan, thinking about it, and you're on your way.
I don't understand how you've seen any positivity in that comment at all, when that was to show you that people aren't going vegan. These are people that stand strongly against veganism. So where did you come up with the idea that that person was on their way to becoming vegan? It's quite the opposite.
It takes 100 clicks until you're vegan. It has to hit your head and your heart. You're doing great. Good job.
And how is this supporting your cause? You actually think you did something? It's quite the opposite. It's like losing a race and then thinking you won.
It is the right thing to do to help an animal stop suffering, and a human. Euthanasia is not cruel. It is kind.
It's only kind if an animal is already passing. What about all the animals at the animal shelter? If no one picks them up after 72 hours, they get euthanized. How is that being kind? Also, you should really look at a website called PETA Kills Animals.
Remember to like, comment, and subscribe.